Welcome to the Psychology World podcast. I'm Connor Whiteley, bringing you psychology news, articles, and other interesting psychology-related articles. Where I can find the podcast notes and more interesting psychology-related things, and you can get your free 8 psychology book box set at connorwhiteley.net. Now let's get on to the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 24 of the Psychology World podcast with me, Connor Whiteley. And I welcome you to our second in-betweeny episode. So last week I spoke about how to combat social loneliness, but today we're going to look at things you can do in this time of, well, let's just call it this interesting time in history that I just won't go into. So how this episode is going to work is I'm going to basically be telling you a few things that you can do, and this is, I'm not going to back up everything with research. This is mainly be anecdotal, so things that I found helpful and things that I've heard other people have been helpful, because in this time I just think we just need to try things, and if it doesn't work then you just don't do it again. So hopefully today you'll get some interesting stuff out of this episode, the things that you can try out with your loved ones or even on your own. So the first thing I recommend, and that I've heard tons of people recommending, is reflective writing. So this can be journaling, and what you can do here is that you can just journal down your thoughts and don't think about it, just write. Because I've journaled once or twice, not about the coronavirus, but just about life things, and it always reveals some quite interesting stuff. I won't tell you what, because that's personal and there are boundaries, but I can assure you that reflective writings, even if you just write about your day, how you're feeling about the coronavirus, how you're feeling about money and everything, it will help. It will most probably make you feel better, but it might actually make you reveal something quite interesting about yourself. So definitely give that a try, even if it's just in the mornings when you have a spare 5-10 minutes, or most people do say to do it at the end of the day before they go to sleep. I'll definitely try it, because you don't need a fancy journal or anything. Just grab a piece of paper, or even on your phone, just jot down a few ideas maybe, or maybe less of the jotting down and maybe just full writing in paragraphs. Oh, scary. Okay, and then something else that I definitely recommend is reading. This is going to sound really quite self-serving, because I'm a writer. Well, I'm an author of sci-fi, fantasy, and psychology books. So reading I definitely recommend, because reading is a great way to escape. Because I'm listening to a bunch of sci-fi fantasy books at the moment, many Warhammer 40,000 books, and they're great to just get away, live a bit of adventure, hear about some demons and what they're plotting and everything. And I think it's just great to escape and just focus and just get away from all the negative news at the moment. It's negative and nobody needs it. And we all need a few hours that we can just be ourselves and we can just relax and take our minds off it. Oh, and also, something I've definitely recommended, signing up for a library, because yes, all the libraries are shut at the moment, but if you try and find an app, you can sign up for your local library on your phone. At least that's what I've heard. And you can also get tons of books for free that way, because yes, you might be paying your library membership, but you could easily get, 50 books for free, pretty much, because that's how it works. And also, if there are any books that you want, for example, my books that you can look at connorwhiteley.net, is that you can just request them from your library, yes, and then that they should add them at your books for them. Is that something that if you wanted to do for reading and painting? And I've also just realised the theme of all of this is that it's a creative, because creativity is great in a time like this, because it really does help distract you, because you're creating, you're adding to the world, instead of all the news and the coronavirus that is sucking everything out of the world. At least that's what the news portrays pretty much. So painting and just arts and crafts in general is very fun, to be honest, and I've actually been meaning to do that. So just paint and just have fun. For example, you can either just let your imagination run wild. You can just imagine what you want to paint, and you can just be creative at it, or you can just paint something that's on your desk, or if you really want to be ambitious, paint a family member. Personal experience, be careful. Don't get the hopes too much, because granted I've never promised that, but it's just No, painting's awful in my experience because I'm a really bad painter. But it's fun, and some people are really good at it. So I think the important message to take away here is just indulge in your passions at a time like this. And also, all of these things that I'm recommending that you can do with children, you can do with any family member. So that's something to think about. And finally, you can do some singing and writing. You could just do some creative writing because that can be quite good. Even though I say that, and I'm a fiction writer, and I just can't write fiction at the moment. For the time between when I've recorded this and when I released this episode, I would have changed to my out tune. I would have changed to my tune, but I don't know. We just all need to have faith this time, and creativity is great for distracting us. So singing is like singing I've already said, and who doesn't love a bit of singing? And children love singing as well. So if you're a fan, it's like if you're a family member who's struggling to entertain their kids, well then do some singing with them because I can't see why you won't be able to get but like stream the online sing along versions of your kids' favourite films. So I hope that you found something useful from those 5 creative things to do. Oh, and I wish you the best of luck. So please stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see the show notes, then please go to connorwhiteley.net. And if you want a free 8-book psychology box set, then please go to connorwhiteley.net. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.